with lots of cues to watch out for. Keep a close eye on all of these cues in today's trading session in India as well as globally.
Absolutely, and starting off with some macro news then, while home buying for most of the US has decreased in the month of March, there still seems to be an interest among wealthier Americans for luxury home purchases, as luxury real estate sales increased more than 2% on a year-on-year basis in 3 years, although the overall real estate sales fell for 4% nationwide in the first quarter.
Well, and in other news, the European Union has opened proceedings against ByteDance's TikTok and has threatened to suspend its newly launched TikTok Lite rewards program. This comes after the EU Commission said it was concerned about the new launch as it was brought without prior diligent assessments of risks it entails. TikTok has been given 24 hours to provide a risk assessment report for TikTok Lite or face fines.
Well, let's see how that pans out for TikTok. But moving on then, let's now highlight positive commentary coming in from Rick Reeder, Chief Investment Officer of BlackRock, on US rate cuts, as he envisions that the Fed will be able to lower interest rates twice this year as inflation moderates in the months ahead. He also adds that swaps traders have dialed back bets on Fed easing and now see roughly 40 basis points of rate cuts by the year end.
Let's move on, talk about another asset class. Then let's talk about Bitcoin, because the world's largest cryptocurrency on Friday completed its halving, a phenomenon that happens roughly once every 4 years. Bitcoin was fairly stable immediately afterwards, but what exactly is halving and why does it really matter? My colleague Sharad is here with more details on this. Sharad, this is very interesting. It's an interesting phenomenon. Take us through it, please.
Well, yes, a major event has happened in the crypto space. Bitcoin has finished its fourth halving, and the immediate impact in the Bitcoin space has largely been neutral, as Bitcoin has been trading flattish in the range of $63,000 to $64,000. To put it in perspective, the Bitcoin halving is kind of a deflationary event, and that means that every 4 years the supply of Bitcoin will start becoming less. This time itself also the mining rewards which are there, that will start becoming lesser and lesser, and already 4 important events of Bitcoin halving have already happened since its launch. Now almost 1.9 crore out of the 2.1 crore Bitcoins which are there have already mined, so the supply is expected to be limited going ahead, and that would drive up the scarcity as well. Now, if you look at the timeline itself, Bitcoin was launched in 2009 in the month of January. The first halving happened in November 2012 when the rate was just $12, and then the spike started coming in 2016. This number was $632, and then a significant jump in the third Bitcoin halving. That was roughly $38,000 in the year 2020. Also, what lies ahead for the Bitcoins after this event? First thing would be, of course, there would be price discovery coming in, and importantly, there would be more volatility expected in the short-term basis. And also, over the last 2 to 3 months, there has been participation coming from the ETFs, and that has actually aided the rally in the overall Bitcoin space and even the crypto space. So it's expected that there would be volatility in Bitcoin going ahead, but the altcoins which are there, which are not Bitcoin but the related other crypto coins, they might see some kind of a buying happening, and that can actually aid their numbers going ahead as well. So this is the entire thought process of Bitcoin halving.
All right, thanks Sharad for that very interesting update.